Hey besties, let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? Hey besties, I have another edition of You Know What? And this time, on this episode, we're going to talk about Latisha and Keith Collier from Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup, Love During Lockup. I think she's tried to be on all the series of the show. We got, two criminals who just consistently go keep criminalizing, if that's the word. Professional criminals. We got his and hers mug shots now. Oh, how cute. A family that crimes together will do time together. Ah. Whoo, let's get into it because I'm not going to hold you, honey. So, as we know, they were arrested last Thursday. I like to wait a couple of days because if there's anything going down at the end of the week, it has to wait anyway. But I like to wait to let the story kind of grow legs and get more information. So, what we have so far is what we do know. Latisha has allegedly wrote a book. She's supposed to be coming out with a book titled "Stiletto Wearing Felon." So she has a website, and on her website, you can make a pre-order purchase for $24.99. And she has the dates when the book is supposed to be shipped. Customers are complaining that they did not get their book. Latisha has yet to respond to any of these messages. And baby, why would you even purchase a book from a con artist? Like, she steals her client's identity. She steals their money. Like, why would you even think you would get a book out of her? I'm just wondering why. And the way they have it set up, she doesn't even have her book set up with Amazon like most people. She wants to another scam set up by Latisha. So they were arrested on Thursday. She's been released though, but Keith has not been arrested, and today is Monday morning. And some of the fans are wondering, is this his third strike? You know, her charge was possession of a controlled substance. Her bond was $1,000, and she posted bail within an hour because it's a misdemeanor. And for what I don't understand about Iowa is they keep like Latisha has a rap sheet. Didn't she just get arrested in August for something? It's just always a bad check, ID theft, just this. Like, why do they keep slapping her on her wrist? Give this woman some real time. She is asking for it. Sorry, children. I'm so sorry. But your mom needs to learn her lesson. Now we know why that oldest daughter looks the way she do. She is tired of this. She is sick of this. And that little baby, man, she's going to be crushed. She is going to be crushed. And it's just so, I just don't know. And I've asked this before, besties, and I'll ask again. How hard is it to live in Iowa? Now, y'all know I live in California. How hard is it to live in Iowa? Latisha, why are you trying to be the Joneses, or why are you trying to keep up with them? Well, I don't think the Joneses live in Iowa, but how hard is it to live there? It just seems like you can do very well with a cool little job. I mean, I could be wrong, and I should have looked up some wages and some rents and everything just to see, well, how much is gas, how much is power. But what are you trying to accomplish in Iowa, Latisha? Maybe you need to move to a more popular state. Like, what is it there that just got you in a chokehold to be a criminal? And the poor kids, this is so selfish. It's just so selfish. And just to think that Keith and Latisha was trying to go to court and fight for his son. And it's like, yeah, why would you just get out of jail and want custody of a teenager who is doing just fine with your dad. It's not like he's somewhere with strangers. He's with his grandfather. And you get out. What do you have that's going to give him a safe life, a normal life? You out here slanging $70 bags worth of, illegals. Child, poor kids, the poor kids. And I think I read yesterday that the baby mama of the son said that he wasn't even supposed to be filming on the show. And since he did film, they didn't even pay him. They didn't even pay him. And I don't know if that was, I don't know what she expected to get if he wasn't supposed to film. But of course, they're not going to pay your son. What was they supposed to give him? They probably bought him something, I'm sure. But these people are scammers. So, Keith, what happened with Keith? Okay, we'll get into this girl. Oh my goodness. So wait. Okay, no, let's get into Keith. So Keith, he has multiple controlled substance felony charges. His bail was up to like $25,000, but you bond out by 10%. So they said he is on parole. So clearly he's going to go back to jail in Illinois. Remember, he moves to Iowa to be with her. And then there's that. Now that they both got charges and probations and records, they can't even live together anymore. How is that going to work? If he gets out, he can't parole to her, even if that's his wife, right? Child, he's on parole in a whole nother state. Oh goodness. Okay, so Keith got 2 counts of, oh goodness, what is CS? Child, controlled substance, I guess. 1 count of attempt to deliver, and 1 more count of an illegal substance tax stamp. Child, let's get into this tax stamp. So clearly selling, weed and something called K2. These products have, they symbolize THC, these are synthetics, they're not real. They're sprayed with chemicals and they even have mold in them. Like this ain't even pure Mary Jane, right? So the IRS wants you to reach out to them and ask for a tax stamp so that they can charge you for you to sell your illegal substances. Huh? Who's doing that? That makes no sense. What is happening? It just doesn't make sense anymore to get arrested behind selling weed. Now, hold on here. You're telling me, IRS, you're like, hey, if you're going to sell something, do something illegal, hit us up and let us get a cut of the money. Now, if you get arrested, what happens now? Nothing, I bet. So who in their right mind is gonna do something illegal but call the tax office and pay taxes on it? Oh my goodness, Iowa, you guys have got to come into the new 2000s. You guys got to stay with the times. You sound very vintage, very ancient. Okay, who's doing that? So if not, if you don't, that is a $7,500 fine with a 5-year sentence. And of course, it's a felony. So Keith was busted selling K2 to a police source. Okay. So the buyer spent $70. This was a $70 sale. The buyer got into a car crash, child. Police shows up. The buyer, we'll call the person the buyer. They admitted to the police that they were high. The police asked, well, where did you get it from? So the buyer turns into the snitch and showed the police Keith's telephone number from him right here, showing them text messages And so they, run the number. It's the same telephone number that Keith uses with his parole officer. This is the same number that his parole officer has. It's like, Keith, you're not even smart enough to have a burner phone, a second phone from just what? In a different name with a different company. Even I know to do that. So the police pulled up Keith's picture. The guy confirmed, the snitch confirmed that was him. Okay. So then the police set up a purchase to set Keith up. So they didn't set this up. They got detectives out. They're on a lookout at the location, and they busted Keith in a McDonald's parking lot. He had 2 bags on him, 2 ounces in his pocket in a bag. And so he told the police, like, yeah, I smoke. And so the police are like, well, from my experience, 2 ounces is just way too much for someone to have on them that just, smokes themselves. You wouldn't carry that much. And so the police is like, well, you also would have, a lighter, a cigar, some zigzags, a pipe, a bomb. Like, where is your paraphernalia? You're not just, so clearly this was just more than recreational use. It was with the intent to sell. Yeah, because you got it all bagged up and just ready to go. So then the police obtained a search warrant and they went to Keith's and Latisha's house. Child, y'all doing a lot for $70. I'm just saying. He ain't no kingpin, child. He over here nickel and diamond trying to pay his house, trying to pay his cell phone, y'all. Trying to put some food in the house. So, whoo. So they go into the home. So Latisha admits that she do smoke. She had some in her room. She had some over here. She had some over there. So it came up to like a quarter of an ounce in her personal stash. So that's when they arrested her because she did not have a medical card. Now, had she had a medical card, this would have been fine. She wouldn't have got arrested. And I'm like, okay, a medical card is probably about $200 to keep. You go down to the clinic, say you can't sleep, you're having anxiety, whatever, and then you get it. Then tell them melatonin don't work, blah, 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 and then you do that. Now, remember, her bail was $1,000. She could have saved herself $800 in this. And it's like these kids I feel bad for the kids. So that's what happened, child. We do know Keith was released from prison last September after a 14-year bid. He was arrested in 2014. He didn't do that long. I think he only did 11 years. And then that charge was he got caught with 27 grams of, the white rock and the weed. Child, you can't make this up with these dummies. It's just like, why are y'all so, I don't know, birds of a feather, honey, flock together. So here's some things that I pulled up um with Latisha in this whole mess. Yeah. What did Latisha say? She posted when she got out, this situation does not break us. We are standing with Keith, not away from him. We got you, Keith. Your wife and your babies are right here. Family solid. God covering everything. You know what? I just hate when people bring God up into things. Where was God at when you was buying stuff and cutting it up and bagging it and selling it? Where was God in that? Was God in that? Back to what she said. And thank you to everyone offering love and support. Ciao. It's so many of y'all, I can't respond to everybody individually, but just know I feel your love and it's giving me strength. The rest can keep watching from the outside. We good over here. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because your man is going back to prison. Clearly, there is somebody in there that he wants to visit. But yeah, child, we got his and her mug shots. The crime keeps criming. I don't know. I wish the best. I hope Latisha grows up because that's exactly what she needs to do. She may need some therapy to figure out why she wants to be a big baller and a thief living in Iowa. Um, this is I see Iowa as a white state. I just see it as a Republican state. I feel like they are setting Latisha up for a big jail sentence. I hope the kids will be fine. I hope she stops. I hope she stops. I don't know why they keep tapping her on the wrist, but because her rap sheet is getting long, long, long. She'd have been in jail. She'd have been arrested like 2 or 3 times. And maybe she can't write this book because she don't have time. She keep getting arrested. But baby, we gonna see what happens. I'll be back if there's more to tell. But besties, ciao. That's it for now. Have a good one. Bye, besties.